After hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Up next, one team's name will join NFL immortality at the end of tonight's battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
The moment has finally arrived, football fans. Time to close out another season, and we're underway in Super Bowl 62. Showing a little burst so far. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Jump off, caught by his back. And he's going to wind up out of bounds a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage, Brock. So they're going to be looking to make up some ground here on 2nd down.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Going the out route, complete. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. That's caught. This is Addison. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Running back motions right. Again, McCarthy to throw. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing again now, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs instead, they pick up the first. Now, the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. We'll give to Allen out of the shotgun. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Play action, McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. It's inside the 10. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing. Will Reichert the kickoff for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. Returnable from near the end zone. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Cap it.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Set. 380. Good up. Hey, go Lion. Why did
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was, how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical, and that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Johnson finds the football, complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent. When you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
They give to Harris from the gun. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Herbert from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
At the Vikings' 32-yard line.
Five still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Set. Ready.
To the right, pulled in by McConkey. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate, and turns into a nice gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Set. Delta. Set. Hey, cap. Set.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't make the connection, was looking for Lad McConkey. And it sets up second down.
I like that right there, Kate. Early in this game, show your cards. Double this guy. They know his ability, his reputation. Make somebody else beat you.
Set. Bailey. 380. Ready.
Now run here with Amari on Hampton. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. That tackle made by Blake Cashman.
Taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9, now 9 is what they need on third down.
Cap. Set.
They'll throw third and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take it.
Charging down the middle, and they block it. Now this is picked up inside. He's off to the races. Reaches the 40. At the 20. The 10. And they scoop up the block and don't stop until they reach pay dirt. Well, shout out to the special teamers, Brock. They got somebody in free to block that kick, and things just got better from there as he took it all the way back.
These special teams coaches, they live in dark places, man, and they look for any vulnerability they can. A lot of times, you're a step slow, just a millisecond away. Not that time. It pays off in the biggest of ways.
Here's Reichard, set to kick this away. Johnson with a return here. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Hey, lion. What is it?
Herbert back to throw. Trying for the deep ball. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Quarterback of his renown, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store.
Set. 380. Set.
Herbert, quick out wide, complete. He's at midfield. The 30. He's at the 10. To the house. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers lower the deficit to a single possession. Lad McConkey with a touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. In the words of Pete Carroll resonate, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Sending him on the dime. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. You've got 2nd and 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Back now, pressure coming. That's incomplete on 2nd down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Let's go now.
Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter of Super Bowl 62. It's a 14-7 game. Back to Miami in just a moment. Welcome back, all. 2nd quarter of Super Bowl 62 just moments away. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Blown back gets the handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Finds the in route complete. And this one does not go far.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Chargers are going to opt for a 50B 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Caught, nice gain left side. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the air, McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gavin Bartholomew, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Another throw here for McCarthy. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
Justin Jefferson. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Nickel look by the Chargers here, 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's a cut. This is Addison. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. and he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Allen can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Now they send their back in motion right. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 13-point lead. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
That one splits the uprights, and the Vikings double their lead to 14.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's Hampton on the return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Go.
Herbert with a blitz coming. A throw left side, caught by Brown. Hit almost as he caught it. He does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
We've set it downs from the 37.
Set.
From the gun, they go with Harris. Get some space around midfield. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Hey, count. Delta, stop.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Cut. Set. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And that's good for a few, which brings up 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
The Vikings into the nickel for this 3rd down play.
Set. 380. Cut.
Throw here, 3rd down. Defender is there, he knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
And it doesn't have the leg. They called on him from deep, but he just can't get it there. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
They'll run here on first down. 3 inside the 30. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings keep their drive alive and reach pay dirt one play later. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Here's Reichard, set to kick this away. Here's Hampton on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Throwing now, Herbert. Has a man, it's Brown. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
27 yards. And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Cut.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Hey, Ray, set.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. There's him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Lion. Set.
Shotgun give to Hampton. He dodged the tackle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers get it back to a 14-point game.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here's Rodgers. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. McCarthy looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Able to hit Felton. This is caught. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally, you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
First down now, ball at the 33. Off play action. It's McCarthy. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. On the move, past the 40. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Throwing again now, McCarthy. Brought in left side by Jefferson. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. Again, McCarthy to throw. Completed over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Left side brought in by Hopkinson. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. On the move, headed right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
Play number 9 of the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Handoff now from the gun. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
Timeout call by the Chargers. They're first. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Chargers 14. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Here's Hampton on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. Finds the in route complete. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Enough waiting. Let's crown a champion, shall we? The second half of the Super Bowl is underway. Here's Hampton on the return. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
First down now, ball at the 33. Going to Harris to start the half. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
It's Hampton on second. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
First and 10 from the 32. Hampton now up the middle. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Back to the line they come, second down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Tried connecting with Brown, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings are stopped, and they're going to have the football out beyond their own 30.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. Plowing up the middle. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
Here we go, Shaq.
Back to the well again. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. 7 yards on that pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kate. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on 2nd down.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. This time it's a passing play. Has his man. It's Addison. And he'll manage what he can up to the 48. Junior Colson bringing an end to that play.
Gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Let's go now. Head to 60. Head to 60.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's caught. This is Addison. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
Minnesota.
Shotgun hands out for Allen. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. McCarthy throwing here. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Vikings.
Give to Allen on the draw. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chargers' 17-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Nike 18.
Now it's McCarthy. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. And we might be close to this lead blowing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Come on. Set. 70 Lion.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
On the double.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Set. Hard 70. Hard.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Vikings push their lead further to start the half. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. Wow, how about the timing on that call? They catch him off guard, and it's an easy score on that wide receiver run.
That's exactly right. They crossed up the defense there, busted some tendencies. What a great call. And what great vision as a ball carrier. You don't always see that from wide receivers. That is a job well done.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Catch is made. That's Trey Harris. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So we've hit the end of 3 in Super Bowl 62. It's Chargers football. They'll try to erase the deficit here to win that elusive first title. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Set.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards on
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Running it with Hampton. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
So 1st down from the 41. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He put everything he's got behind it. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And the Vikings get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Let's go. Nice.
Another carry for him. And he hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. On the hands off, Allen. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
New set of downs from 37.
Here we go, set. Go.
On 1st down, they'll run. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Back-to-back carries here. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
49-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Hold the ready.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Let's go.
Sending him on the dive. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
49-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Ready, break. Ready. 18 cards.
3rd and long for him here. Looking Hawkinson, he's got it. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
1st and 10 from the 32. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Come on, set. Cowboys.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 31. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Vikings on the favorable end of this blowout. To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down.
Set. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle.
first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Here's a design run.
Let's go.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. He's keeping it, gonna get it forward. And the Kings of the North are now kings of the NFL. The Minnesota Vikings are Super Bowl champions. It isn't just that they are Super Bowl champions, Brock. It's also about how they got there. A dominating win in what's supposed to be our most competitive game of the year.
And when it mattered the most, they really leaned on the strengths of this team to not just win it all, but to make a statement. Do so in a way that you're not supposed to do in a Super Bowl. This is meant to be your toughest fight, an all-out battle for every yard and every inch and every point. And instead, well, with the league's two best teams in the building, we saw one team truly in a class of their own.
To the podium, Commissioner Roger Goodell to award that Lombardi Trophy to the Minnesota Vikings, Super Bowl 62 champions. So that is a wrap. Another memorable NFL season in the books for our entire team here at EA Sports. For my partner, Brock Hewitt here, our fellow commentators, Brandon and Charles, Mike and Greg, I'm Kate Scott saying thanks for watching. We cannot wait to catch y'all again next season. Until then, good night, everybody, from the Super Bowl.